After divorce, a woman's rights are not determined by her experience alone. They are shaped by the legal system that governs a marriage. In Malaysia, divorce is governed by two separate legal systems, reflecting the country's plural legal structure. For Muslims, divorce and post-divorce matters fall under Sharia law, administered by the Sharia courts in each state, while for non-Muslims, divorce is regulated under civil law, specifically the Law Reform Marriage and Divorce Act 1976 and handled by the civil courts. As a result, procedures, rights, and remedies available to women differ significantly, depending on which legal system applies to their marriage. For example, Muslim women may claim rights such as nafkah, iddah, matrimonial property, and child maintenance through the Sharia courts, whereas non-Muslim women rely on court orders for spousal maintenance, property division, and custody arrangement under civil law. In this video, we will explore the rights of women after divorce in Malaysia, including their entitlement to financial maintenance, the custody and welfare of children, and the division of matrimonial property. We will also examine the protection available to women who experience domestic violence. Even after divorce, the real challenges Malaysian women face in enforcing these rights, and the support systems that exist to help them navigate life after separation. Maintenance, or nafkah, is a key right for women after divorce under Islamic law. Even though divorce ends a marriage, it does not end a husband's financial responsibility. Islamic law requires the husband to provide basic needs such as food, shelter, and clothing, especially during the iddah period. Unpaid maintenance is treated as a debt, and child maintenance remains the father's duty after divorce. A comparison can be seen in the Malaysian civil case Yay v WHO 2023, where the court rejected a wife's maintenance claim because she was financially independent and earning a high income. The court held that maintenance is meant to prevent hardship, not to give financial advantage. Next, we are discussing a topic that is deeply emotional yet legally complex, and that is hadhana or child custody. In Malaysia, our legal system is quite unique. If you're a Muslim, you're governed by Sharia law, and if you're not Muslim, you follow civil law. But regardless, in any of the court, there is one golden rule that overrides everything, and it is the best interest of the child. In Sharia law, under the Islamic Family Law Act, mothers are generally given priority for children during their infant years. This is based on the Islamic principle that mothers possess a natural tenderness and are better equipped to nurture young children. However, this isn't an absolute right. A mother must remain fit. The meaning is she must be of sound mind, have a good moral character, and provide a safe environment. One common point of fear is remarriage. While remarrying, someone that is not related to the child can terminate custody. The Sharia court often looks at whether the new environment still serves the child's welfare, above all else or not. In civil law for non-Muslims, the Law Reform Act 1976 takes center stage. Here, both parents have a right to claim custody, while there is a presumption that children under 7 should stay with the mother. The father can rebut this by proving he can provide better welfare. What is the meaning of welfare to a civil judge? It's a holistic view on who can ensure the child's education, who has the stronger emotional bond, and is the home environment safe for the children to live in and grow up. The court may even interview the child if they are old enough to express and make a choice. The age is usually around 7 and above. There is a psychological hurdle that many women face, and it is financial disadvantage. Many mothers fear that they will lose their children because they earn less than the father. It is important to clarify that being less wealthy does not make you an unfit parent. Under Malaysian law, the duty to maintain the child, such as in paying for food, clothes, and school, will remain in the father's responsibility, even if the mother has custody over the children. Academic journals highlight and emphasize that, while financial vulnerability is a stressor, the court's priority is the quality of care, and not the size of the bank account. Legal aid is available for those who feel their financial status is being used against them in court. For a real-world example, In the 2012 cases of Z versus TZ, a mother stood before the Sorayya High Court. She wasn't just fighting for one child, but she was fighting for 6. Her children ranged from a young 5-year-old to an 18-year-old adult. The father, who is the defendant, failed to attend the hearings. In many cases, this is where mothers feel most vulnerable, since they are facing the legal system alone. However, the court utilized a specific Islamic legal tool called the Sumpah Istishhar. The mother took the solemn oath to confirm her claims. The judge did not just look at the father's absence, but he also looked at the children's needs. The court ruled that despite the varying ages of the children, they should remain together under the mother's care. The ruling affirmed that her ability to provide emotional stability and a nurturing environment was the key to their best interests. The case of Z versus TZ reminds us that the law seeks to protect the bond between a mother and her children. However, enforcement and the fear of legal costs still prevent many women from stepping forward. Are the challenges that still remains. At the end of the day, Hadhana is not about winning or losing, but it's about where the child will develop and thrive. If you are facing a custody dispute, remember that stability, love and safety are the benchmarks and standards the law looks for. It is advisable to consult a legal professional to understand how these laws apply to your specific situation. In the civil system, it is referred to as matrimonial assets. Under the Law Reform, Marriage and Divorce Act 1976, Koei Cheng and Linda Herawati, 2008. The husband was a surgeon and the wife was an architect. During their marriage in the United Kingdom and later Malaysia, the husband paid the property installments. The wife used the salary for groceries, utilities and general household upkeep. Upon divorce, the husband argued the wife had no right to the properties because she did not pay the bank installments. The Court of Appeal ruled in favor of the wife. The court held that, by paying for groceries and household expenses, the wife had relieved the husband's financial burden, allowing him to use his money for the property. Therefore, her indirect financial contribution entitled her to 50% of the asset value. Many women in Malaysia dedicate years of their lives to marriage and family, often placing their own careers and personal ambitions on hold. They manage households, raise children, care for family members and provide emotional support. Yet these contributions are rarely recognized as economic value because this work is unpaid and largely invisible. It is often taken for granted when a marriage ends. However, the way property is divided can have a lasting impact on a woman's financial security, independence, and dignity. Under Malaysian law, marriage is recognized as a partnership. Both Sharia law for Muslims and civil law for non-Muslims acknowledge the concept of matrimonial property. In Islamic law, this is known as harta sepenkarian, which refers to assets acquired during marriage. Although legal procedures may differ, the principle remains the same. Assets accumulated during marriage do not automatically belong to only the person who earns the income. Although unpaid work is difficult to measure, in monetary terms, it plays a crucial role in the accumulation of family wealth and should be recognized as part of the marital partnership. Despite existing legal protections, many women face obstacles when attempting to claim their share of matrimonial property. Limited legal awareness, uncertainty about court procedures, lack of access to legal advice, and emotional pressure during divorce can discourage women from pursuing fair claims. As a result, women who have contributed significantly to a marriage may leave it without proper recognition or financial support. Lack of awareness does not mean lack of rights. Many women are legally entitled to claim a share of matrimonial property, yet remain unaware of these protections or uncertain about how to exercise them. As a result, legal rights that exist on paper may fail to translate into meaningful outcomes. In practice, by acknowledging invisible labor, such as domestic work, child care, caregiving and emotional support, the law affirms that marriage is built on partnership, rather than solely on income generation. These forms of contributions sustain households and enable wealth accumulation, even if they were not reflected in formal financial records. When such efforts are recognized, the legal system sends a clear message that contributions made during marriage should not disappear when the relationship ends, and that all forms of labor deserve recognition and respect. Divorce in Islamic law does not end a woman's right to safety. Domestic violence can continue even after divorce, including physical, emotional, and economic abuse. Islam strictly prohibits harm and upholds the principle, which is no harm shall be inflicted. In Malaysia, Sharia courts protect divorced women through protection orders, custody safeguards, and enforcement of maintenance. Ultimately, Islamic law ensures that women retain dignity, safety, and justice even after marriage ends. In Malaysia, many women dedicate the most important years of their lives to marriage and family. They take care of children, manage the household, and provide emotional support. That keeps the family together. Because this work is unpaid and often invisible, it is rarely seen as a real contribution. When a marriage comes to an end, these invisible efforts suddenly matter. After divorce, the lack of financial independence becomes one of the first and hardest challenges many women face. Without a stable income or assets of their own, the future feels uncertain. Years of sacrifice for the family are difficult to translate into real security. Even when the law offers protection, reality is often far more complicated. Courts may order ex-husbands to pay maintenance or divide property. But for many women, a court order does not mean they will actually receive what is promised. Some men delay, others avoid responsibility, and the long, complicated legal process leaves already exhausted women feeling even more powerless. Beyond financial struggles, there is also emotional pain. In society's eyes, divorced women are often labeled and judged, seen as failures who could not hold their families together. This stigma creates shame and self-blame, making it even harder for them to rebuild their lives. What is even more painful, many women do not fully know what rights they have. They are unsure what they can claim, who they should turn to, or what steps to take. Under emotional stress and pressure, some choose to compromise and accept unfair outcomes, simply because they do not know they deserve more. At the negotiation table, power is rarely equal. Without financial strength or legal knowledge, women often stand at a disadvantage in decisions about property and children. Years of contribution inside the home are easily undervalued or even ignored. Perhaps this is not just about the end of a marriage. It is about how systems, information, and social attitudes come together, making it harder for women to stand on their own after divorce. And this leads us to the next question. How do the law and institutions really protect women in these situations? Now, we need to know the support systems available in Malaysia. Divorce is often described as an end, but it is also the beginning of a journey towards self-discovery and safety for many women in Malaysia. While the legal process can be overwhelming, women must know that they are not walking this path alone. Malaysia has a network of hands in ready to help women who seek help. The first fear is often financial, like how to afford a lawyer. The Legal Aid Department, or JBG, exists to bridge this gap. Established under the Legal Aid Act 1971, they provide affordable legal counsel for both civil and Sharia cases, whether it is securing child custody or claiming your rightful maintenance. The JBG ensures that justice is not a luxury, but a right. The goal is to ensure every woman knows her rights to nafkah and hadhana, regardless of her bank balance. Beyond the courtroom, emotional and physical safety are of utmost importance. Organizations like the Women's Aid Organization, WAO, and AWAM offer a lifeline. Through the Tina WhatsApp line and 24-hour hotlines, survivors of difficult marriages can find immediate shelter, and social workers who walk with them in every step of the way. such as from police reports to rebuilding their lives. Winning a court order for maintenance is one thing, but receiving it is another. The Family Support Division, BSK, acts as a guardian for Muslim women, ensuring that ex-husbands will fulfill their financial duties. If the payments stop, the BSK steps in to assist, ensuring that children never have to pay the price of a broken home. Divorce is not the end of the destination, but a process of transition. With the support of the government, family counseling units and dedicated NGOs, the transition becomes controllable and manageable. If one day you are at this crossroads, remember that the law is your shield, and there are organizations that are ready to help. Women should be brave and knows that they are protected. In conclusion, women's rights after divorce in Malaysia operate within a dual legal system, where Sharia law governs Muslims, and civil law applies to non-Muslims. Although both systems aim to protect women, differences in procedures, remedies, and enforcement often create confusion and unequal outcomes. Under Islamic family law, women are entitled to important post-divorce rights, such as nafkah, iddah, child custody, and the division of matrimonial property, also known as harta sepenkarian. These rights are firmly rooted in Quranic principles of justice, compassion, and the prevention of harm. Civil law similarly provides protection through spousal maintenance, child support, and property division, but increasingly emphasizes financial independence and actual need. However, a clear gap exists between legal rights and real-life experiences. Many Malaysian women face financial insecurity, difficulties enforcing court orders, social stigma, emotional trauma, and a lack of awareness of their legal entitlements. Unpaid domestic and caregiving work, although essential to marriage, is often undervalued in practice, especially during property division. Protection from domestic violence remains essential, even after divorce. While legal mechanisms exist under both Sharia and civil law, access to protection is often limited by fear, stigma, and weak enforcement. Ultimately, divorce should not result in insecurity or marginalization for women. Recognizing women's contributions, strengthening enforcement, and improving legal awareness are essential to ensuring dignity, fairness, and long-term security for women after divorce.